Welcome to the Nightly Rant
with
your
hosts,
Mike.
and Torya.
This is the show where we examine society from a sarcastic point of view.
If you like insane conversations, this is definitely the show for you.
Let's get into today's topic. YPN people, I don't know about you, but I love helping out a friend. That's why I want to shout out my friend Brian Little and his podcast, Your Favorite Blockhead. This is the only show that manages to weave together peanuts and MMA into one heck of an amazing podcast. You can find Your Favorite Blockhead wherever your favorite podcasts reside and at yourfavoriteblockhead.com. Do me a huge favor and listen to Brian's show. You'll be entertained and you'll help out a friend. Now, as I said, let's get into today's topic.
Well, do you like beer?
Not even a little bit.
What is it you don't like about beer?
All of the things. It's
Yeah.
so gross,
I kind of feel the
It's
same way
gross.
about most beer.
and maybe it's gross at the same time.
I kind of feel the same way about most beer, but some beer's good. Like I like some imported beers. But you got to hear this stupid story that I saw on the New York Post, okay?
Jesus. They post the dumbest shit sometimes.
Well, here comes the title.
Mhm.
My boobs became huge after I drank my dad's beer while naked.
Yeah, sure they did.
One more
Okey-doke.
time. Now there's no need to say it again. She's claiming this. Okay, so here's what caught me right away. The first line of the article made me laugh. Downing booze gave her really big boobs. Yeah, that was the
Whoever
first.
wrote this should be ashamed of
That was,
themselves.
I tend to agree. Let's continue. Veronica Rogic says her breasts grew huge after she spent a summer drinking her dad's beer while sunbathing naked. So she's dead serious, man. She's telling us that the beer and the naked sunbathing together made her boobs grow. Okay? That's what she's
How
telling
many
us.
feathers make up her brain?
The 26-year-old model, who is famous for being a Tom Brady superfan, made the racy revelation on a recent episode of the podcast, Pillow Talk. Love the name. Especially since we know what they talk about.
Pillows.
Yeah, okay. Gosh, this site is so spammy. So, Rajic was asked whether her enormous assets were artificial, to which she quickly responded, "They are mine. I didn't have big breasts when I was younger because I was doing track and field for 8 years," the beauty explained. "But one summer, I was sunbathing, like naked, and I drank my father's beer, and I think they grew like this." If you want to have big breasts, drink beer, the Slovakian stunner subsequently stated.
Yeah, it couldn't be just that her body changed because she turned into an adult or anything.
But have we
Logic or something.
have we decided at this point if she's serious or making fun?
She's serious, and there's nothing.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
She's also a Tom Brady superfan. I mean,
Yeah, well. According to the University of Pennsylvania's Abramson Cancer Center, high levels of alcohol consumption can increase the amount of estrogen in a woman's body. In turn, heightened levels of the hormone can lead to growth in one's breast tissue. However, those hoping to get a big bust like Rajek might want to think twice before reaching for the closest can of beer. High estrogen levels are linked to androgynous estrogen, which increases the risk of breast cancer. Bad idea. And then they've got a couple of pictures of the young lady. And then they say that it isn't the first time that she's hit the headlines. The gorgeous model previously claimed that her body is too dangerous for the World Wide Web after experiencing hate over her, quote, naturally perfect, end quote, looks. My body is considered a danger on social media, and I'm constantly being canceled by trolls for doing absolutely nothing but showing photos of my body. Rajic told, get this now, nudepr.com last year. Nude PR.
She couldn't possibly be canceled because she's a conceited idiot. That's, of course, not the problem at all.
No. But I'm consistent. I don't agree with canceling anybody, um, even if they're stupid like this. These days, you see a lot of oversight or even obese women online talking about body positivity. But when a beautiful, tall woman wants to be positive in her own skin, people want to attack me and call me privileged, she further declared. More photos of her breasts. Meanwhile, back in 2021, she claimed that people are afraid of her due to her looks. Rajic admitted to Jam Press at the time that trolls, quote, think I'm an AI robot or a catfish online, end quote. I call myself an alien. People don't even believe I exist, she said. I don't think I'm perfect, but people are scared of me and don't want to talk to me. I have it worse as people make it harder for me because I'm beautiful.
I believe absolutely none of that. Okay.
The Miss Slovakia 2016 contestant, notice it didn't say winner, insisted she never uses filters for her photos and added that she'd never had any plastic surgery. All right. I don't know if I believe that or not, but okay. God gave me these gifts, and I want people to believe me, she declared. So where do we start with this? Like, she declares that she wants people to believe her. Like, how is that supposed to work?
I don't know. Everything that's a quote from her makes her sound like a moron, and I don't have any respect for her because I think she's dumb.
All right.
So that's pretty much where I stand.
Yeah, it all starts with the whole, why do we need to have a story about why we have big boobs? It's possible to have big boobs naturally. It is. We know this. That's not the part I'm doubting. The part I'm doubting is that she got them by sunbathing naked and drinking beer. And the little breast cancer group talking about how it can increase the estrogen, which can increase the size of the breast, that was just a desperate attempt to save the deal
This
for the
piece
article.
of trash.
Yeah, it was so they
Is
could
there
continue the
not
article.
actual news in the world that the New York Post could be reporting on? They have to report on this absolute useless waste of time.
Now, in all fairness, they published this a while back, but
That doesn't mean anything. There's always news going on that they can
well,
be
yes,
talking about.
well, I was just gonna say, they could be reporting on what's going on right now in the world, but then I realized that this was a while ago. But even then, you're right. There was other stuff going on in the world back then that this didn't need to be reported on. But you know why they report on it? Because then dum-dums like us talk about it. And they make money.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going to put the link to the article in the show notes. Not. Because we gave you the title of the article, and any idiot can Google it and find it. So why make it easy?
So don't waste killing your brain cells.
Why exactly? I skipped one little part that was kind of like A talked to B, who talked to C, who talked to D, who talked back to A, who talked back to C, who talked back to B, who talked back to A. Like, it was just stupid, so I just skipped it. I don't know. I think
this is dumber than any Am I the Asshole I've ever read to you.
yeah, and I think though that in this situation, this woman, for whatever reason, thinks that everything revolves around her. That's how it comes off to me.
Yeah.
Is it has to, everything that happens has to have been about her. It couldn't have possibly have been about anybody else or anything else. Only her, because she's the only thing that exists.
Too. It's not like she could have ever done anything wrong. Or
yeah, she is one of those. Yes, she is one of those people.
Yeah.
Who can never do wrong. You know? So that's sort of a...
You would know. Apparently you followed her on Instagram for 100 years.
Yeah. I come to find this out right before we record this today, that I've been following this person like for a long time on Instagram.
I don't think
and
you could follow her
99% of 99% of her pictures, because I looked at her stuff, are her and her baby. That's it. I mean, it's bizarro world out there.
See, I don't think you can follow her anymore now that you know she's a Tom Brady super fan.
Well, there's a lot of reasons not to follow her now.
Yeah, but that's the only good one for you.
It's true because I even follow people who I think are dumb because I think they're entertaining. So I mean,
Right.
and they never cease to amaze me. I mean, I'll tell you that. But what do you think? I mean, do you think that there's any possibility? Like, do you think there's even a 0.1% chance that the beer made her boobs grow bigger?
No.
Neither do I. I don't believe it at all. That's why I say the people, the cancer people trying to say that, come on, let's be real. Yeah, estrogen can cause that if it's like so massively high.
Do you know how much
Beer
beer
ain't
you
gonna
would have to drink?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
She would have to be like redneck wasted for the entire summer. And even then,
She'd need to drink a whole keg by herself,
per hour.
pretty much in one sitting. She can't like stretch it out over hours.
Right.
Give her like an hour to finish a keg.
God, that's a lot of beer.
Yeah, it is.
You'd be so sloshy.
Well, that's that's the price you pay. I mean, I personally feel like people that drink beer 100% are planning to get wasted.
Okay.
Like 100%. There's no like, could it possibly be that they're not planning to get wasted? They're 100% planning to get wasted. People who drink like tequila, if they mix it in with other things, not necessarily, they're just drinking something with alcohol in it. And it just depends on if they have more than one. Now, if they have more than one, then they're planning to get wasted. It's pretty simple. So I don't know. I think you could kind of go out for a drink and not be aiming to get wasted. Kind of. But I do say this. We always say this. When we go out drinking, if we even think we're going to drink, we take an Uber, a Lyft, or a taxi cab there.
Well,
and then we take it back.
Because we're not
We
idiots.
never, ever, ever drive.
Like Boobarella over there.
Yeah. We just don't do that. It's just not cool to do that to society. So, I don't want to go off on my soapbox about drunk driving and all that, but
if it's true that the beer made her boobs bigger, if on the 0% chance that it's true, she's not only going to get breast cancer, she's going to get skin cancer from all that sunbathing.
Yeah, because you'd have to think that anything that inspired breast tissue to grow at that rate couldn't be good.
Right.
Because think about it. What are some things that we know people use to make muscles bigger? Steroids. And they do bad things to people's body. Bad things.
Pretty much.
So
the moral of the story is she's an idiot, and the New York Post is useless.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much that is the moral of the story, and pretty much that is what my conclusion is. I had to stop and think of what word I wanted to use, and I couldn't think of a fancier word, so I just used the basic word. Conclusion.
The conclusion is everything is dumb.
I just
except us because we take a lift.
Yes. Well, I mean, but here's the thing. We've done it. We've done it even at times where we weren't sure we were going to drink, but there was a possibility. And then we would go and take the lift, and then we wouldn't need it. But oh well, I would much rather have not needed it and used it than said, oh, I'm not going to drink. And then you end up drinking, and now you've got your damn car there. Because, yeah, we were still the type of people who will take the lift home. But now we got to take it back to get the damn car.
Yep. And then we have to leave our car somewhere scary overnight.
Yeah. Nah.
None of those things are good things.
No. We don't like our car exposed.
Nope.
Although when you think about it, I want to say something like that. Here we're protected. Where we were before this and the time before that, the car is not protected.
Hence why our car got broken into at the first one.
Yeah.
Yep. And all they stole was like 25 cents and the gate opener.
Yeah, well, that gate opener was worth a lot.
Yeah.
It gave them random access whenever they wanted.
Yep.
This is what they were really looking for.
Pretty much.
But anyway, I think that it's funny that they would publish an article with that title. Just going to say it. And I also think it's funnier that it hasn't made more of waves on social media. It's been kind of lightly discussed.
Because no one cares.
Well, apparently people care because it's been discussed. It's just been lightly
By
discussed.
people who are obsessed with her boobs, I presume.
Probably. So, anyway, go look it up if you want to look it up. And if you do, send us your thoughts. info@yogispodcastnetwork.com. Be watching for our new website. Coming. Incoming new website coming.
Yes. That. I just realized we're part of the problem. Because we just discussed this. And gave this crap more airtime.
I said that in the very beginning.
Heck. Anyway, on that super unhappy note, good night, everyone.
Hasta la bye-bye, Mr. Beard.
Thank you for listening to the Nightly Rant.
If you enjoyed the show, please give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts or Google Play.
If you didn't enjoy the show, please just ignore that previous request for a rating.
This has been a Yogi's Podcast Network production.